We handle numbers in two different ways. We either slice them up or we build them out. Factors are the tools we use to break a number down into equal pieces, while multiples act like building blocks, stacking up to create larger values. Let's start with slicing. To find all the factors of 45, look for multiplying pairs. By identifying 1 times 45, 3 times 15, and 5 times 9, we can connect them to ensure we haven't missed any numbers that divide exactly into 45. This solution shows the opposite task, scaling a number up. Finding the first 5 multiples of 13 involves multiplying the number by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to generate our list: 13, 26, 39, 52, and 65. Recognizing whether a problem asks you to break a starting value down or scale it up is the foundation for everything else on this worksheet. This breakdown displays the prime factorization method for calculating the highest common factor. We have taken 3 numbers, 24, 36, and 60, and split them entirely into their prime building blocks. To find the greatest piece they all share, we identify the specific primes that appear in all 3 lists. In this case, each number shares 2 2s and 1 3. Multiplying those common factors together gives us a highest common factor of 12. This milk can problem demonstrates how HCF works in practice. When we need to find the maximum capacity to measure exactly, we are looking for a divisor that handles both 20 and 28 liters without any leftovers. The HCF reveals that a 4-liter container is the perfect measure. HCF is the tool used for dividing resources fairly and completely, ensuring no material is wasted in the process. Now, let's look at syncing numbers together. This matrix shows the simultaneous division method for finding the lowest common multiple of 15, 20, and 30. We line them up in a row and divide by the smallest prime numbers possible. Notice how the 15 behaves in the first 2 rows. Because 15 cannot be cleanly divided by 2, we carry it down to the next row untouched. We only execute the division on numbers that yield a clean whole integer. Here is a scenario involving 3 bells tolling at different intervals. Looking at the question, when will they toll together next, we can see that we need to find where these separate timelines eventually align. Running those intervals through the division matrix gives us a multiplied total of 180 minutes. Dividing that total by 60 minutes converts the result to exactly 3 hours. By calculating the lowest common multiple, we can take independent, repeating events and determine exactly when they will synchronize in the future. This fixed mathematical property states, the product of 2 numbers equals the product of their HCF and LCM. Substituting our known values into the formula, we multiply 16 by 384, then divide by 96 to find the missing number, 64. This problem asks for a number leaving a remainder of 7. Since a standard LCM leaves a 0 remainder, our target must be 7 integers greater. We calculate the LCM of 12, 16, and 24 as 48, then add 7 to reach 55. These formulas are flexible. They allow us to reverse engineer equations and find any missing piece of data in a given system. Let's summarize. We use HCF when slicing resources into their maximum equal sizes. We use LCM to find when repeating events align. Finally, the product formula connects all these values together. Feel free to save this guide for your notes. Distinguishing between breaking values down and projecting them forward makes these problems a matter of simple logic. You are now ready to handle these calculations on your next assignment.